Howdy, howdy, everybody. If you're new here, welcome in. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. And if you're watching this right now and there's a little red dot in the play bar, it means that we are live. That's right, we go live 8 p.m. Mountain Time every single Wednesday. I might change it in the future to fit a schedule better because I know there's a lot of live streams going on right now. And if you're here, that means that you're not there. So go ahead and smack the like button. Guys, I'm super excited to be here today, to be able to chat it up with the community at large, to talk about things like overpriced knives, do a giveaway, which is what we're doing today, because this knife actually got 50 likes in the time frame that I gave it when I released my overview of the Reccomended hand feel. And so in that video I said, you know what, if this video gets 50 likes, and I know that, you know, in the scheme of things, what is 50 likes? It's, you know, in YouTube world, 50 likes is nothing. So because I didn't pay for this and because I think that it's a great knife, we're going to give it away tonight. And we will be doing that at some point throughout the live stream. Now, I noticed that we've already got some people in the house. Shout out to K Mason and Mia Haruno. Now I know K Mason, if I'm remembering correctly, you're also in Mountain Time. Shout out to other Colorado people out there. Today, the overall underlying theme that I wanted to talk about is overpriced knives, for a couple reasons. For one, it seems like knife prices are just going up, and people find themselves in one of two camps. The first camp is, no, I don't want to pay that much for X amount of knife. You don't get my money. And the other camp is, well, I like the knife, so I'll find a way to pay for it. And so I think it's a really interesting discussion because, you know, like, we work hard for our money. Eggs now cost like $10 a carton. Gas got cheaper marginally. But the question is how high is too high, and how far will we go to get a design that we like? Because something I've been saying a lot lately is that we vote with our dollars. We vote with our dollars because these companies, they depend on those dollars to continue functioning, to pay themselves, to pay their people. And while we don't necessarily know what goes on in the background, we don't know exactly what their margin needs to be a company that continues to make knives. I know that if Benchmade is going from like $1.30 for a bug out to $1.80, and the bug out hasn't changed, it makes me wonder, you know, where's my pay raise for inflation at my regular day job? I haven't seen that yet. I'll pay more when they pay me more. And I think that it's going to create this dichotomy. That's a cool word, dichotomy, where we're going to find out what people's limits are. And I don't know. I don't know if the prices are going up because the knife companies think they can get away with it, or if the prices are going up because they're trying to account for inflation. But typically, like, inflation is an 8% per year type raise. And so to go from $130 for a bug out to $180 in the span of a year seems like a hell of a lot more than 8%. So I don't know if I really believe that inflation argument. We got Dan B in the house. How's it going, Dan? Mr. Ian Coates says, what it do? How's it going, man? Yeah. In case you guys are just popping in now, we're doing a giveaway today on this guy. This is the new model from Reccomended. They call it the hand feel. And if you haven't seen my video on it, all of my opinions are there. I think it's a great knife. They listen to a lot of the community's suggestions. You'll notice that is a sterile blade. There is no billboarding on that blade. In fact, this is probably the knife that has the least amount of billboarding in my collection at the moment. The only place where you have any billboarding is right there on the pocket clip where it says Reccomended. Now, I suggested that they go with the name Ether Tactical because I thought that was pretty damn cool. They didn't agree. They went with Reccomended, which apparently I think is Chinese or the same language as civivi, and it's supposed to mean sharp and beautiful. better than QYG MGS. That billboarding was in need of Jesus. Hey, we got Oreo Dave in the house. How's it going, Oreo Dave? Oh, and speaking of Oreo Dave, guys, I just did a video on this one. This was gifted to me by Dave, and the one thing that I really couldn't get over is the pocket clip, but check this out. The civivi tie clip fits it, and I know that it wasn't designed for a Kaiser, and Kaiser is probably looking at me like, this is why we don't send you knives. But yeah, that's pretty damn cool. Civivi tie clip fits it, and even though it doesn't look like the most amazing thing out there, it feels really good in the hand. So Dave, thank you, brother, because this knife is absolutely fantastic. And we talked beforehand, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. And in fact, I was planning on doing this in a giveaway, and then it came in. I'm like, I can't give this away because I like it too much. So I'm going to be doing some more giveaways soon. And instead of doing this one in a giveaway, I'll be giving away another knife of equal value that's also pretty much brand new. So that'll be fun, and I'm just going to plan them around the live streams instead of doing dedicated videos for them, because the live streams are where it's at. I'd like to have fun in the live streams, and you guys make it fun. Last week's live stream was awesome. Speaking of giveaways, shout out to Honey Bear, who I don't think he's in yet, but he sponsored last week's giveaway by putting this up. He sent this to me to send to Matthew Russell, who won the last giveaway in last week's live stream. This is the AD15 Lite. Now, I already have one of these. I have the regular AD15, but these are phenomenal knives. And so I'm going to do a comparison video of this soon between the AD15 Lite and the AD15 to give people some context. You know, should they spend the extra money? Should they not? And I know that that's a video that's been done before, but it's not always about who did it first. It's about giving the people the context that they need to help make financial decisions, like what knife do I buy next? Do I save up and get the more expensive AD15, or do I get the AD15 Lite? So aside from that, Matt was also kind enough to donate some knives. Well, he didn't donate them. Let me be clear. He didn't donate them, but he lent some knives to the channel so that we can review. This is the Artisan Cutlery Ahab that was brought up in the last live stream. This one is really, really interesting. It's really interesting. I'm gonna put it up to the camera, and I want you to tell me what's missing. A very, very normal piece that we're used to seeing is missing from this knife. I'll show you the other side. Shout it out in the chat if you know what's missing from this knife, because it took me a minute to understand what was going on here. And regardless, Ahab, cool knife. I'll have some content on this coming out soon. And because Matt also won the giveaway, when I send his knives back, I'll also be sending his AD15 that he won in the last live stream. Man, we got some people piling in. How's it going, everybody? I got to catch up. We've got, oh my goodness, we got Michael Burton in the house. Salival 11. That's a hard name for me to say. Salival 11. Mr. Honey Bear himself, how's it going? And did I miss anybody? I'm sure I'll catch up. Ian Coates says, what's missing from the knife is that what's missing from the knife is being in my hands. You know, these are, you can get these in a couple different styles, and I think that they're pretty attainable. This blade shape is actually one of my favorites. It's a modified harpoon foot, but I like it. The handle scales are a lot thinner than I had anticipated, and it has a backspacer and a pocket clip, which I'm really digging this pocket clip on this Ahab. Now, I don't normally like thumb studs, but regular thumb stud deployment on here is the best way to deploy it, and it's snappy. I might have to get one of these myself. Aside from that, Matt was also kind enough to lend me the pinion from Tempest Knives. And I gotta say, you know, looking at the pictures of the pinion online, wasn't a huge fan of the way that it looked. Just honestly, you know, like Casey from Knives Fast, great guy, really dedicated reviewer, dedicated to the community. When I saw the pictures of the pinion online, I was like, well, I don't know, like maybe. And then Matt Russell was kind enough to lend this to me as well. And I actually really enjoy this. It's a dedicated fuller flicker, which is perfect for me. Hey, we got Dwayne Letterman in the house. How's it going, Dwayne? Mr. Demonox says, hey, everybody. Guys, if you're piling in here just now, make sure to tap the like button on your way in. Before the end of the live stream, we will be giving away this knife, the Remet hand feel. And we're going to do it similarly to the way that we did last week's giveaway, where I'll take some channel suggestions in the chat, and we'll pick a smaller channel. Bigger channels don't need my help, but we'll pick a smaller channel from the chat suggestions, and then we'll raid that channel, and we'll do it based off of the comments that we put on that person's video in an attempt to help boost their views, introduce some new channels to people watching the live stream. I think it would be a lot of fun. Now, if you're wondering what I'm carrying today, which, by the way, in the chat, go ahead and let me know, what knife did you carry today? I carried this. This is my DLT exclusive Spyderco Paramilitary 2 with a CPM crewwear and a couple light modifications. I am planning on getting some different scales for this, even though I like the purple scale. I actually really like the purple scales. That's the one reason why I have not swapped out the scales yet, because if you know me, you know that I love doing it up big on these Spyderco modifications. Full titanium is my favorite, but I haven't found any purple titanium Spyderco scales yet. I might just have to get some Flytanium ones and send them off to a shop to get anodized, or maybe do the ano myself. That'd be pretty fun. Anyways, reason why I'm carrying this is that I'm challenging myself, and I've been carrying this knife every day for the last 5 days, and I will continue to do that for the next 25 days. So many times throughout the week, I might be carrying multiple knives, because I want to see how my thoughts and opinions on this knife change after carrying it every day for a month. It's hard for me when you have so many knives that you really like. The most difficult part is picking one and sticking with it. And I felt like the Paramilitary 2 was the perfect one to do this test on. And at the end, I'm planning on doing a video giving my thoughts on the experience of always having the same knife in my pocket, which it's hard for me to commit, okay? It's the commitment. It's not the knife, it's me. It's the commitment. So far, Paramilitary 2 is such a phenomenal carry knife. And I actually had someone in one of the comments say, like, I can't believe you would carry a $200 knife. And it made me think, because that threshold of how expensive is too expensive to carry was really interesting to me, because for that person, it was, I won't carry anything over $100. For me, I've carried my most expensive knife. I've carried my least expensive knife. I know people that will carry like $2,000-$3,000 customs, which it might be tough for me to daily, a $2,000 custom like a Sean O'Connell Persian. I don't know if I could do that, because you have to wait 2 years after you order it to get it. And then it comes in and you can't just replace it. Even if you're loaded with cash, even if you are like super rich, you damage or lose that, even if you can buy another one, 2 years. That would be the tough part. So we're trying it out with my Spyderco PM2. Absolutely love this knife. I've done some light cutting with it, nothing too major. Cut some boxes, cut open some groceries, bags, asserted dominance. That's what you do with the Paramilitary 2. You assert dominance, kind of. Following up with the chat, Nick Groff's EDC in the house. He says, I'm carrying the Devo Mash. Nice. I'm carrying the Devo Mash and the Leatherman Micra and Tucson TS 150 fixie. That's a pretty sweet carry. We got Gone Awry in the house. K Mason saying hi to Michael Burton. Says the Native 5 started me off. That's a Spyderco I haven't checked out yet, but I might need to. What is the chat doing? We also got Jeremy Nidro in the house. Man, we're getting some people in. Jeremy Nidro says, QSP Penguin and a custom fixed blade by me. Shout out to the people that can actually make knives, because it's a lot harder than you might think. I've got a lot of respect for people that can make their own knives. K Mason's carrying the Winter Blade Co. Factor. That's a sweet carry. It's a knife that I was not able to get in on. I was there on drop day, okay? Like I was on the website. The second that drop went live, I clicked add to cart, buy, and I was kicked out of the shopping cart immediately, because everything was full and everything was sold. And I went back through and tried to select different specs, different models, all sold. And it crashed Winter Blade Co.'s website. And it actually taught him a very important lesson about making sure that his merchant site was set up correctly or something. He talked about it after the drop, but apparently he wasn't expecting the turnout that he got, which is, well, it was disappointing. And it was hard for me to be like, yeah, I'll get in on the pre-order and then wait 6 months for something that I just missed out on. That was tough. It was really tough. And then I saw those knives go up online on the like the resale market almost immediately. Scalpers selling them for like $1,000. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. And I hope that nobody bought those $1,000 factors, because those scalpers could have just left it well enough alone, and then someone that was actually interested in carrying the knife could have got. I'm salty, okay? I'm really salty about it. Damn scalpers. Ian Coates says, Rollshambo EDC, you should check out the Microburst. Yeah, the Tempest Knives Microburst is also in pre-order. So shout out to Casey from Knives Fast, because he's making some really cool knives. And I can tell because the pinion just feels like a knife that was designed by someone that likes knives. Not designed by a manufacturer that sits there at their meetings smoking their cigar, being like, what do we name this next one that was just like the last 20? You know, like Casey from Knives Fast is a knife fanatic, and he really puts his heart and soul into these designs. And I gotta say, like, I feel kind of bad because when I passed on the pinion initially, it's because I didn't like the shape, but having it in hand now. And I told him, I said, Casey, like, your pictures didn't do this knife justice, because this knife looks so much better in person than it does online. And that's not a slight to him at all. I'm just rather impressed with this knife. I have one small gripe with the pinion so far that I'll let you guys know before I actually put out my video, and that is the clip. Now, I'll say this. If I had my choice between a stamped steel clip or a wire clip, yeah, I would pick a wire clip. However, if I had my choice between a wire clip and, say, a milled aluminum clip, I'd take the milled aluminum clip. And I think that wire clips in general, like, people like them. Some people really like them because of the rounded metal feels good, but you still feel the clip. I mean, if you were to turn this into a stamped clip, you would notice that it would still be that spoon duckbill shape, which I hate. And for me, it's not even that the clips are uncomfortable, it's that I notice them in my hand. And I don't want to be focusing on a pocket clip when the knife is in my hand. If it's a stamped clip, I just want it to disappear. I don't want to feel it. Perfect. I can ignore it, and it doesn't matter if I don't like the aesthetics, because at least I'm not thinking about it. With this type of wire clip, I don't necessarily like the shape. So you say, well, you can replace the clip. But this is a really tough one because it's designed to be replaced by another wire clip. So no matter what way you thread it, you're going to end up with a wire clip. At least with a stamped steel clip, you can do some aftermarket shenanigans Like for example, on the Feist, the civivi tie clip is not advertised to fit a Kaiser, but it does. And so while I really dislike the stamped steel clip from Kaiser, super simple, swapped right over. Yeah, I took that off my sencut Saxy, which, by the way, ironically, where did I put it? Ah, here it is. With no clip on the Saxy, it feels better than ever. No pocket clip whatsoever. And I actually got this idea of going pocket clipless from a person in the comment section of one of my videos. They said my favorite pocket clip is no pocket clip at all. And I started thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Like, the ergos are different. The ergos hit different without a pocket clip at all. And that should tell you something. And I won't carry a knife like this because I like to put it in my pocket. Oreo Dave knows what I'm talking about. We had a conversation about a knife that I have that I want to love, but I can't because it's the only pocket knife I have that is a folding knife that does not have a clip from the factory, and it bugs the crap out of me. All right, catching up with the chat, or at least we're gonna try. Matt Russell in the house, man himself. Matt Russell, everybody. Matt, I've got your AD10 that you won in last week's giveaway right here, bud. And I gotta say, this thing is pretty much brand spanking new. Shout out again to Honey Bear for his generosity and to Matt Russell for winning the giveaway. Matt, I don't know if you caught it earlier, but I will be sending this out when I send the knives back that you lent me. So in the meantime, I'm going to make a video comparing this against the standard Cold Steel AD15, and it should be a good one. Right. So let's go ahead and pop over here. Oreo Dave says, nice, K Mason. We'll see how my Mirage feels in 4 to 5 more months. Hey, you know what? But when that knife finally comes in, that's going to be a great day. That's going to be one of those days where you're at your day job and you're just like, I know my package is at home. And then the day will creep by, and then hopefully it shows up on your day off. That would probably be better. So today's theme is overpriced knives. And I want you guys, in the meantime, while we're going through the live stream, I want you to think of smaller channels that we should shout out for our giveaway when we give away this Remet hand feel, which we will be doing in today's live stream. Think of some channels, shout them out as we go. But yeah, overpriced knives. Now, interestingly enough, the Apex Pass Round group sent me this. This is the Benchmade Shootout. There was a hole in my review. There was a hole in my reviews. I haven't really done too many Benchmades. In fact, I've only done the Benchmade Adamas. And so I'm going to be doing the Benchmade Shootout. And teaser alert, it's overpriced. Let me show you what I mean. This Benchmade Shootout is $315. $315. It doesn't have aluminum handle scales. It feels kind of like Grivery, to be honest with you. FRN or Grivery. And I mean, it's CPM crewware, which I like. I like CPM crewware. This is obviously, you know, built to be used. But this is about $60 more expensive than it should be. And that bothers me. So Benchmade Shootout, I like it. It's overpriced. We got Zero Style in the house. How's it going, Zero? Honey Bear says channel suggestion is Chuck Nunface. Haven't checked that one out before. Haven't chucked that one out before. Ian Coates says Zero Style for my suggestion. Oh, I see. I thought you were saying hi to somebody in the chat. Turns out it's a channel that we should check out today. All right. So Zero Style, Chuck Nunface. Michael Sawyer said it was $270 though. that's what Benchmade's been doing, man. And that's kind of the premise of today's theme is overpriced knives. How far are we willing to go to keep paying for knives? Like, yes, buying a knife is a disposable income type of thing for many people in the hobby. And, you know, it shouldn't ever take food off your table. But some people get obsessive and they start making bad financial decisions so they can buy the design that they really like, that their YouTube reviewer said, oh, this is perfect, this is worth the money. And it kills me because what was $270 is now $315. Let's check it out. So here, CPM Crewwear, just shy of 8 1/4 overall. The handle scale material is polymer. That means plastic. It is very lightweight, I will give it that. But you could also achieve this weight with carbon fiber. So you're not getting out that easy, okay? Like, plastic handle scales, no. Even Demco didn't charge over $200 for a knife with plastic handle scales. Come on. And he's definitely an offender. Handle scale length, yeah, about 4 3/4. Feels good in the hand. But this is overpriced. It is a double action OTF, but it's still way too expensive. And I think what's happening is that we're paying the piper for this right here, for made in the USA. We're paying the piper, and I think that we should demand more. I'm okay paying $300 plus for an American-made knife. I'm okay with that. But the question is, am I okay paying $315 for this one? And while I don't think this is a bad design at all, I don't think that it's a good price. And that's kind of my point, is that it's not that the designs are bad, it's that the price tag doesn't really line up with what you're getting. Now, the people will decide, because the people always decide, and if we just don't buy them, or if not enough people buy them, then they might go back to the drawing board and say, okay, you know what, maybe we were a little too zealous, maybe we should just, you know, pull it back a little bit, and then they'll drop the price. Hopefully. Michael Burton says, Benchmade out here giving us the narrows so we can finally say, nah, I'll just save some money and buy a Zon. Yeah, pretty much. Chris Reeves backed up for like the next 5 years on orders. Good luck ordering anything from them. G-Ball Vision says, fuck's going on in here? Well, there we go. Now the channel, now the live can't be monetized. That's what I get. Good to see you, G-Ball. Welcome in, brother. And Oreo Dave says, channel suggestions, do it up, Chuck Nunn, Phase Zero style, Michael Morgan, Barbarian, Brawny, G-Ball, Doom. Yeah, you know, we haven't rated Doom's channel yet, and he's not here, so it would be an appropriate time to do that. I'm super curious. We're gonna deviate for a second, and let's see here. I gotta find out who this Chuck Nunface is. Chuck Nunface. Okay. For a second, I thought I was being punked. You never know with some of the names of these YouTube channels, like Rollshambo, who you're like, how's that even related to knives? That's kind of a story, actually. Chuck Nunface. Now, last time I did this, I tried to play the video that I was watching over the stream, and some people could hear it, some people couldn't. So I'm just gonna make sure that I actually have this setting working. Let's see. Okay, so it should, in theory, be working when I play. If you don't hear audio from the video, let me know. I can always try to, you know, do some IT work. let's see, 41 views. The Ace Jutland. Okay, this is what I'm interested in.
What's going on, y'all? Chuck Nunface here.
And let me know if you can hear it.
Knife today, loaned to me from my friend Introverted 2A. So he sent me a couple of knives, and I don't know if you've seen the video, but if you go back a little ways, you will see the video review of the knife that he also loaned me, which is the precursor to this and kind of the higher end version of this knife right here. This is the Giant Mouse Ace Jutland, and it is based off of the Giant Mouse GM8. So
come on, internet, don't lag.
The G10, or in this case, my Carta version, liner lock version, and about 8 1/4 inches overall length. It is going to be running on bearings, and it is going to have, the blade is going to be a nice,
I like that blade shape a lot, actually.
And it's going to be LMAX steel in this guy as well. As
shown. Really like that blade steel.
LMAX.
LMAX, if you didn't know, LMAX is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite knife steels. I love LMAX. I had to stop it for a second. I saw something. He said, K Mason said, is Rollshambo rock, paper, scissors? So you're close. So Rollshambo, like spelled the French way, is rock, paper, scissors. Funny story, back in college, I had a hookah review channel that was awful, but I did it because hookah reviews is such a tiny niche, like infinitesimally small, that these hookah manufacturers would send me like free hookah tobacco to do reviews on. And I don't smoke hookah anymore, and so I just did this channel so that I could get free hookah stuff, and it was awful. And the channel did not do what I wanted it to do. It went nowhere. I had one video that, got like 20,000 views or something, and it was a failure. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the equipment. I didn't have the motivation to actually make it what I wanted it to be. And so I stopped uploading. I got a little bit older, found out that employers actually look at things like your social media accounts. And so I deleted all my videos, which was fine because they weren't going anywhere. And then I sat on unfinished business for the next 8 years or so. And then 7 months ago, in June, I started this channel for EDC and knife reviews. And here we are. And you won't find any hookah reviews from me out there, but you will find knife reviews, which is a much better topic, and it actually makes me happy. So I would do knife reviews if no companies or no people sent me anything. I would just review my own knives and talk about my own stuff, and I'd still have a great time. And that's how I know that it's the right topic. So the original channel, Rollshambo, I wanted it to be Rollshambo, but that was taken. And so, play on words, Rollshambo was born when I was high in my college dorm, and I haven't changed the name because it represents unfinished business. So now you know where Rollshambo comes from. G-Ball Vision says, how come every time I try to play a video like this, it gets distorted and shit? Dude, I have no idea. Could be your internet connection, could be a latency setting. I don't know. Could be a setting in, I don't know if you're using Streamlabs or not. It could depend on your streaming platform. Right now I'm using Streamlabs in case you're interested. We got the diabetes in the house. How's it going, man? Oreo Dave says, love a Persian. Yeah, man. No, the Giant Mouse Ace Jutland is a knife that someone recommended to me after I reviewed the like $2,000 Sean O'Connell Persian. And he said, hey, this kind of looks like that. And that's when I started checking it out. And I really, really like the way this knife looks. I'd love to get my hands on one.
Right there, a TI liner lock. And it's got a nice titanium backspacer
right
there. The clip is
wire clip. No.
Clip, which,
no.
Honest, I really like
Why?
wire clips, and especially on a knife like this. I think
Wire
that
clips.
Wire clip is a nice addition.
See, but he likes it. He likes the wire clip. This is what I'm talking about. Some people love
So,
wire clips. Some
that is
people
kind
like
of how
me
that
just
knife is.
hate them.
It's a nice little
Giant mouse.
with a little
Okay.
pouch. And that's pretty much what you get when you get this guy. These are significantly less expensive.
So I'll tell you right away. I'm actually really impressed with his review style, because when he talks, it sounds like he's talking to a friend, like he's talking with someone across the table from him. I really enjoy that conversationalist style. So let's remember that. Chuck Nunface, he's a contender to be rated tonight. What about Zero Style? Zero Style. Here he is, Mr. Zero Style. Yeah, no, I've already checked out his channel before. Before I bought this, in fact, this is my attempt at EDC pouches. It's my Data Crew What a Slider. I watched his review on the Data Crew What a Slider, and really entertaining channel. Zero Style is good. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe because I thought I already had. This guy is extremely entertaining, and he's got facial hair that I wish I could grow. I don't grow facial hair well. I'm going bald, and I can't grow facial hair. It's like the hair is rebelling. I'm 32 years old, so like I'm losing the battle, and he has the beard that I wish I could grow. Facts.
What's up, cyberspace? Welcome back to Zero Style. I'm your host, Zero, the cyberspace hero, and this week we are giving away some pouches. I'm sorry I am late on this pouch giveaway. My whole family got the flu right before Christmas, and then the holidays. It's the busiest time for work for me. Excuse. Just everything piled up, and it gave you more time to enter, I guess. But we're here to give those pouches away today, and luckily for you, Data Crew has sweetened the deal, and I've now got 2 Data Crew sliders and a mighty pouch to give away today. So good luck to everybody who entered. Let's do the thing. Alright, we got 3 lovely pouches that we're going to give away today. The Garage Built Gear Mighty Pouch in the waxed
I want that
canvas.
one.
This has no loop on it, so you get no patches. But if we look on the inside,
No Ranger
here,
eyes.
we've got a whole fistful of stickers. We've got a Data Crew key tag, polka pen in a tan color, and then a little golden aluminum multi-tool from Vice Anvil Tactical, the Dreadnought. And then I've got 3 different beads in here, 2 from Zero Feud and 1 3D printed Wu-Tang bead in orange and gold for you to choose what you would like to hook your zipper pulls up with. Up next, we've got the OD Green Data Crew slider. This is one of the protos before they got the full Reaper.
Yeah, so this guy is really, really good with pouch reviews. If you've been thinking about a pouch, or if you already have one and you want to get another one, you will eventually run across his channel. I promise you. His videos, they rank really highly, and so they're, if you're looking for a pouch that has any kind of notoriety, he's probably reviewed it or will review it. Great camera presence, good information. Really, really solid quality stream, and I love that. I love seeing channels that are more than just, well, so-and-so has a successful channel and they record off their phone, and so I'm going to do that. I actually appreciate it when people take the time to try to put in quality production, and I'm not saying that everyone has to, but just that I appreciate that. And I really like his style. I like the quality of the videos that he puts out because I think that he does a great job. I love how well his camera focuses up. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? I don't know. Hey, we got Duty's Daggers in the house. How's it going, Duty? If you haven't checked out Duty's Daggers, and I know some of you have already, but if you haven't, go to his channel, check him out. Duty is a great guy, and he reviews a lot of really cool knives too. Then, of course, G-Ball Vision as well. You know that you should also check out my man G-Ball Vision. I'm going to catch up with the chat for a second. Joe Isabella in the house. How's it going, Joe? Joe says, that's how I ended up with my nickname in high school, Stan J. Roller. G-Ball says, I know my TRM Atom titanium clip will fit on my Kaiser Escort. How nutty is that? You know, it's crazy to me, but at the same time, it's not so crazy because there's only so many screw patterns you can do for a pocket clip. Think about it. Like there's the single screw, there's the double screw, like, shoot, where is it? Like sencut / civivi. There's the Spyderco screw pattern thing. And so there's only so many styles. So eventually you're going to have some crossover. So it's only a matter of time before you run into something. You know what's crazy? I actually found out that, you know what fits on a sencut Saxy? The BRS Kopesh clip. So for example, I've got it right here in my case. Here it is. This clip from the BRS Kopesh will fit on the sencut Saxy. It will. I've done it. I've tried it. It actually fits. That's nuts. Granted, I wouldn't take it off of the Kopesh and put it on the Saxy because, you know, the clip is probably more expensive than the entire knife. But yeah, I don't know what to do with this knife. By the way, this is the BRS Kopesh. I like the knife, but I also wish that it was different for a number of different reasons. This is a liner lock, titanium liners, titanium bolsters, but it's not a bolster lock. What the actual hell, BRS? Like, bolster lock is the way to go on this knife. Titanium bolsters, titanium liner. Why? Actually, I know why. It's because they were too busy making some of the best ballast songs that money can buy, and then they just outsourced the work for their folders. That's exactly what happened. But it kills me because every time I pick this up, I'm like, it would be so much better if it was a bolster lock because this is a big boy knife. It's good materials. You know, we got marbled carbon fiber, titanium M390, you know, titanium clip. It's awkward looking, which means that it's right up my alley, but no freaking bolster lock. And also that liner lock is kind of uncomfortable to disengage. The action though is solid. Got good balance too. Cool knife. Hard to recommend. Oreo Dave says lots of double hole pocket clips fit each other. It's the length of the screws that are probably the length of the screws. He's 100% right. The length of the screws often gets people. Also, like the width, the diameter of the screws. Like for example, something that I noticed. If you look at the sencut, come on, focus. The top hole is bigger than the bottom hole. And so if you don't have a bigger screw in the top, it can be kind of a weird fit. Not that you can't get the same size screw as the bottom hole to fit in the top one. It's just loose. Here we are. It's Wednesday night. We're talking about loose holes. What have we done? What am I doing? All right, guys. So we need to pick a channel to shout out. Now, I'll say this. Zero Style is on his way. Puts out excellent content, very good quality content. Zero Style is on his way. So I don't necessarily think that he needs our help. On the other hand, I think that what we should do is do the giveaway on...
What's going on, y'all? Chuck Nunn.
We'll do it on Chuck Nunface's channel. Why not? And let's do it on the Giant Mouse Ace Jutland video. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to have either one of my moderators post a link to this video in the chat and pin it if you can. If you can't, that's fine. I'll log in and do it. And in 20 minutes, we will draw. We'll draw based off the comments. So I'll go to YouTube comment picker and we'll filter by the word Rollshambo. So just my name, just put Rollshambo anywhere in your comment. You can write whatever you want. Just make sure that the word Rollshambo is in there, and then we'll just filter based on the people that are in this live stream. And whoever wins will be winning this guy, the new Remet hand feel, which is an excellent budget knife with a lot of great qualities, and it's a good one. I wouldn't give away a knife that I didn't like. I actually kind of refuse to, because I don't want to pass on junk. If I give away a knife, it's a knife that I like, that I think is something that you will like. This is going to be one of those knives that's going to be really easy to carry, because at the the $50 price point or $40 price point, it's just really solid. The detent is crispy. The action is on ceramic bearings on a $40 knife. I know. The blade shape is a drop point, so it's actually going to be really good for utility cuts. A solid user knife, and this is one that I think would make a fantastic gift for someone on like Father's Day or a birthday, or like maybe Christmas, although that's 11 months away, thank God. Solid knife. So we hit 50 likes on that video, so we're giving this one away. Do me a solid right now, if you haven't done so yet, please hit the like button. Let people know that we're here. Definitely appreciate it. And Oreo Dave, if you could do me a favor, my friend, if you could link this video in the chat, that would be fantastic. If not, I will actually try to do that now. And then in 20 minutes, we'll do the drawing after we've given everyone an opportunity to actually do that. Let me just log in on my side here real quick. All right, so yeah, I think I can pin it from here. Hey, Oreo Dave got it, man. Thank you, Dave. I'm gonna pin that. Perfect. Boom. Click on that pinned video, and in 20 minutes, we'll go ahead and do the drawing. And we'll select randomly. Make sure that you put Rollshambo in the comment. He's only got 8 comments on this. That's too bad. Who knows? I think that when you have good commentary and you have a good conversational style, you can really go far in this space. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and subscribe as well. Tap the like button for our guy, Chuck Nunface. And make sure to leave Rollshambo somewhere in your comment. We'll get the comment picker up on the way. So that will be revved and ready to go. So we'll give people some time to do that. So if you haven't done that yet, go ahead, click on the link in the pinned comment, leave a comment, put Rollshambo somewhere in that comment, write whatever you want, and in 20 minutes we'll do the drawing. But we were talking about overpriced knives. Now, if you want to see some overpriced knives, it seems like they all live on eKnives. And eKnives has some really cool knives. Am I salty about the fact that I can't just go out and buy every knife that I see on here? Yes. For example, I want this one. The eKnives exclusive Luft Concept Avant. $450. And it has, and I want it, and it has the wire clip. At $450, I don't care if it has zirconia accents. Give me a real pocket clip, or at least the option for one. $450 and we have a wired pocket clip. Like, I get it. Some people like that. But at the very least, I want in that box to include a milled pocket clip option. That would make sense, because then you have options. But a wire pocket clip on a $450 knife it's bananas. It's absolutely bananas. And I love this design, and that's why I'm kind of peeved about it, because I was like, all right, Zerktai pivot collar, nice black titanium, nice. For the blade steel, it is M390, nice, you know, big old deployment hole, perfect. It's like a pimped out Spyderco. And then I see this pocket clip, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Look, if Chavez can put an additional titanium pocket clip option in their box on a knife that costs $200 less than this, why can't we get that option on here? Like, I get it. Maybe I know that this was designed in part by Bearded Gear, and Bearded Gear is an awesome guy. I know he likes wire clips, so that's his style. But at this price point, how do we not have a milled clip? That's my complaint. Everything else about this knife, I absolutely love. And if it had a milled clip, I might be able to justify this price tag. But it's hard to when we go nice, nice, nice. Why? My opinion. Let me know in the chat. Am I far left field on this? Like, do you like a wire clip on a knife at $450? Let me know. Honey Bear says J-Cape and something obscene in general. Man, J-Cape, yeah, something obscene. I really like their designs, but they are definitely expensive. 818 says Hawk sells a utility blade holder for $470. Shortcut. I mean, I get it, but to be fair, I want one. But regardless of quality, I feel like they're pretty proud of themselves. Hey, Top Dog in the house. How's it going, Top Dog? Absolutely bananas. Honey Bear says Lynch Northwest and Rips Garage Tech sell wire clip replacements for the Spyderco and Giant Mouse gapping. Let's check that out. Let's do that. Lynch Northwest. Okay. Clips. What am I looking for here? Because I've looked at their clips before, but I've only ever looked at their regular Spyderco replacement clips. Standard pry bar clip? What am I missing? I know I'm missing something. I gotta be missing something. Wire clip. What if I just type in wire clip? Okay, here we go. Yeah, Giant Mouse wire clip replacement, Spyderco standard wire clip replacement. Okay, so we do have some options. So now my question is, will this fit? Well, I guess I kind of already exited out of the listing, but will one of these fit on that Luft Designs? And a better question is, at that point, because one of these costs, like, let's say that this fit, one of these costs $20. That's not bad. But now, instead of being a $450 knife, it's a $471 knife. I want options. At $450, don't stick me with a wire clip automatically. Give me an option. That's my big critique. And I probably won't be buying that knife because it's $450. I don't have like a huge disposable income. But if I did, that would be a critique that I would give it is that wire clips are definitely very functional, but they're not for everybody. And at that price point, you should be including an additional pocket clip, because if Chavez can do it, you can do it. And they do it at a much lower price point too. And that would kind of justify actually the more premium end, because then you get two pocket clip options. You could make it like an exclusive thing. Like, hey, you spend the extra money for the Zerktai exclusive, you get 2 pocket clip options. And then if you buy one of the lower tiered ones, one of the regular production ones, then you just get the wire clip one, but at least you know you can upgrade later. Like, that would make sense to me. ENG EDC says the other version of the Avant is $350. Absolutely. I'm talking about the E-Knives exclusive. Duty's Dagger says, I think the Avant looks odd, but in a good way. I'd love one. I'm sure there's a replacement clip for it. So I'm willing to bet you're right. I wouldn't be half surprised if these Lynch Northwest wire clip replacements fit. I would not be surprised at all. My question is, at that price point, specifically for the E-Knives exclusive, which I think they're justifying the price based off of the Zircotai pivot collars, but at that price tag, I do think that they should include it. On the cheaper one, the $350, I shouldn't call it cheap. $350 isn't cheap. But on the less expensive one, I would love to have one of those. But I think they sold out. Of the pre-orders, what I saw on Left Design's website. Yeah, Honey Bear says, search wire clip replacement. We got there eventually. It's been a long day. Josh Worth in the house, he says, I think they made it to fit, but they should include one in the box. Absolutely. G-Ball says, I agree. They need to include a clip at that price. Hey, how's it going? Todd Carr in the house. My man. Hey, Duty's Daggers. Man, I'm not used to people donating to my channel, so I don't have a bell or anything. But give it up for my man, Duty's Daggers, for hitting me with the 2 bones. Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I think that might actually be the very first donation in a live that we've ever had. Crazy, man. Duty says, you're $2 closer to an Avant now. I only need another 225 donations, just like that one, and I will get one. $2 closer is better than none. Thank you. Honey Bear says, just DM'd you a link for the RGT milled replacement for the wire. For wire, okay. Let me see what we got here. We're pulling out the gadgets now. That's how you know we're going in deep, man. So Honey Bear says, RGT milled wire clip. Spyderco. Okay. Yeah. Okay. $60. Let's pull it up. All right. So here we go. Rips Garage Tech. Got some fat carbon scales, which I'm becoming a fan of. And I used to avoid fat carbon fiber. I don't have a bug out though. Let's do... Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Gosh, I went off kilter there. What in the world? Discount dingers? Nope. Timascus pocket clips? Nope. Search bar. Wire clip. We wised up this time. Here we go. Wow. $134 clip. I wonder if it's multiple. It does not say. Does not fit the Giant Mouse Ace Nazca. But it's a titanium wire clip replacement, which makes it kind of unique because we barely see wire clip replacements at all, let alone a titanium milled version. That's pretty, or maybe that's not milled. I'm making a lot of assumptions. I don't know. That could be something else completely. Yeah, it's a single clip, $134. Spyderco Techno wire replacement. So, Honey Bear, are you telling me that this will fit on the left Avant? This will fit? That wouldn't be that bad. Looks like you can get it in special dark. I wonder if that's what this is. or maybe that's the DLC. Yeah, that's DLC code. The DLC coded is going to be the way to go. If you are someone, if this fits on the Avant, especially the eKnives exclusive, I would have to go for the darker one. But that would be perfect, man. That would be absolutely perfect. ENG EDC with the 5 bones. K Mason with the 5 bones. What is going on? You guys are insane. Absolutely bananas. Thank you. Thank you. Honey, we're buying a bell. We'll see. I just asked HR. We'll see. We'll get a bell in here for the next one. You guys are something else. Thank you. Thank you. Very generous. And do we have Papa Rhino in the house? He said, "What up, Rolly?" Dude, people are going nuts tonight. We're doing a giveaway in about 4 minutes. If you haven't gone to the link above, go to the link above. Even if you're not interested in the knife we're doing for the giveaway, check out the channel that we're suggesting to people. We're suggesting Chuck Nunface. Really cool channel, actually. He's at 754 subscribers. We're trying to get him up there. Good channel. And we're going to do the giveaway. Wow, that was bad. We're going to do the giveaway on this Remet hand feel, and we're doing it today. So, Papa, if you're interested in entering the giveaway, go to the channel or go to the link that's in the pinned comments. Leave a comment that includes Rollshambo somewhere in that comment, anywhere. And in about 5 minutes, we're going to pull all those comments and pick a winner. Going to be exciting. Nick Groff's EDC says, "I like wire clips, but I don't prefer them. But Lynch Northwest clips are great. So are MXG." Man, I love MXG. Listen, I need about 3 or 4 more of these. The Lynch Northwest clips are good looking clips, but the MXG deep carry is. And here's the thing, like I'm from Oregon originally, so I'm from the Northwest. I should be like, no, it's Lynch Northwest all the way, but I'm not biased like that. I really like the MXG deep carry clip. My favorite clip that I've put on a pocket knife since I got into knives. Facts. Hey, we got Average Joe in the house. 31 viewers. Man, we got people piling in. If you haven't done so yet, show the like button some love. Demonox says, "Don't do a bell. Something original to you." I'll think of something. That's a good idea, though. The bells might be overdone. I know Lefty does like the nutsack tap. I die every time he nutsacks the screen, to be honest with you. I just can't. So not a bell. We won't get a fake nutsack. I'll think of something before the next live stream. We'll get it going. Window Breezes says, "Instead of the bell, the cormorant ting." We might have to do that. Hey, Top Dog with the 573 and Gone Awry with the 499. Man, you guys are insane. Thank you. Thank you. Gone Awry says, "No bell gimmicks, please. Saying thanks is enough." Appreciate that. Papa Rhino says, "Hi to everyone on phone." No matter whether you're watching on your computer, on your phone, via satellite. I appreciate the fact that everyone's joining tonight for this. Dwayne Letterman says ATX. Atlanta. I'm guessing that's Atlanta. I don't do good with abbreviations. Tori Casey in the house. How's it going, Tori? I Love Knives. He's here as well. Guys, it is time. I'm going to give just a few more minutes. If you want to enter the giveaway for this guy, for the Remet hand feel, never been carried, will not be carried, will not be cut with. I will be sending with the pouch and the box. Spoiler alert, though, the box is not. It's just a plain black box. It'll be in the pouch, but brand new in box condition. And if you want, I'll throw this out there as well. If you win and you want me to, I can put a mirror polished edge on this knife for you so that when it gets to you, not only is it pretty, but it'll also cut extremely well. It's 9CR18 MOV, so it probably won't hold that edge forever. But if you want a mirror polished edge on this, when I send it to you, let me know if you win, and I would be happy to do that. If you want to know what my mirror polished edges look like, I put one on my Strider, which it's kind of hard to see. I've used this knife since the last time I polished that edge, but love mirror edges. I've also put one on this guy as well. Not really showing up over camera very well. Anyways, I got the gunny juice, I got the strops, I got the sharpening stones. If you win and you want a mirror polished edge, let me know. If you do win, make sure to shoot me an email after the live stream and say, hey, I won, here's my info. The one thing that I do ask is that you do give me a few more days so that I can have this for enough time to do my grail or garbage ranking on here, because this is going to be in the running so far for one of the best budget knives of the year. I haven't reviewed enough new budget knife models this year to know if this is going to make it or not, but it's already in consideration because of how well it does things like detent, the ceramic bearings, the feel in the hand, the action, lockup. The fit and finish on here is way nicer than it should be for $40. So if you win, please allow me at least 4 or 5 days so I can get my grail or garbage ranking in on this, and then I will send it out to you ASAP. All right, guys, it's time. So we're going to go ahead and you get to see me do this live. We're going to copy that. Sweet. Guys, if you haven't entered for the giveaway yet, make sure you do so. And next week, I will be giving away another knife on our live stream. So the next knife I give away will be worth a lot more than the Reccomended hand feel. So free knives are so good. Free knives are great. But if you guys want to be a part of another giveaway, make sure you tune into next week's live stream as well, because we'll be doing another one then as well. So here we go. YouTube comment picker. Put this in. Filter duplicate users. We'll include replies to comments. And we're going to be filtering out for the text Rollshambo. Just like that. As long as that's somewhere in your comment, we'll be good to go. It will find you. GN says, let's go. We got Beefer Baron in the house. Hey, Beefer Baron, you want to be a part of this giveaway, brother? Click on the link in the pinned comment and leave a comment somewhere on that video with Rollshambo in it, and you'll be entered to win the Reccomended hand feel. So 5, 4, 3. All right, guys, it's time. Let's do this. 2 + 1 is 3. And oh, it's making me do this twice. 8 + 5 is 13. What is going on? Oh, okay. It's been a long day. I should have just scrolled down. So here we go. 23 comments. We got 23 entrants. And also, if you're watching this later, if you already did this and you had to exit the live stream, reach out to me sometime in between now and the next live stream. And if the person who wins either doesn't want the knife or they don't respond to me, then we will be putting the Reccomended hand feel in with the next giveaway next week. So here we go. 23 comments. You know what? Shoot, we'll do it again for good measure. 23 it is. Here we go. Hey, the diabetes says Rollshambo has got me wanted to try doing reviews. Man, give it a shot. It was more difficult than I ever thought it would be, putting my thoughts out there and then thinking about putting my thoughts out there, wondering if I said something that's going to get me demonetized or something. It's crazy, but you should definitely try it. Who knows? You might like it. you might even be good at it. Give it a shot. I would encourage everyone to try doing what they love at least once. So the diabetes, my email is in the description below. And also, if one of my mods wants to go ahead and pop my email into the chat, that would be fantastic. And shoot me an email with your information. As long as you live somewhere in the United States, I can ship it to you. If you don't live in the United States, which I think you do, I would need a proxy to go through because I don't like dealing with customs. So shoot me an email, give me your info, and within the next 7 days, I will be sending you the Remet hand feel with the box, with the bag. It's a great knife. I think that most people can appreciate this knife because it's just a good, solid knife. All right. Congratulations. Throw it up for the diabetes. I never thought I'd be saying this. Throw it up for the diabetes. Reminds me of that old commercial. Do you have diabetes? I wonder if that's what that's in reference to. Awesome, man. Congratulations. Shoot me an email. I will get it sent out your way in the next week as soon as I finish recording my Grailer Garbage video on this, which will be happening in the next 4 or 5 days. When I did my original video on this, when I released that, I'd already had this for 3 days. I try to do Grailer Garbage rankings after I've had a knife for around 10 to 14 days is kind of the sweet spot, because then I'll have gotten a good feel for it. I'll know exactly what my thoughts are, and I'll be able to give it a clear and fair ranking. All right. Guys, it is 9 o'clock. Now, you know, I don't typically like doing live streams for a super duper long time because I find that it's really easy to lose steam, to lose momentum, all of that good stuff. Today was a really, really fun live stream. I appreciate everyone for showing up, everyone for, you know, participating in the chat, giving me something to talk about, and generally just being a good community of guys to hang out with. Other than that, I'm excited for next week because next week we will be giving away another knife. And you know what? What the hell? I'll go ahead and reveal it now, what next week's giveaway will be. 1 sec. So, I'm back. That was sudden. I know I just disappeared. Next week, we will be giving away the Cold Steel 8015. I was inspired by Honey Bear, who donated his to last week's giveaway. So next week, we'll be giving away this one with G10, S35VN, Scorpion Lock. Phenomenal knives. These knives are great user knives, and I do really like this knife. I think that this is going to be a fantastic one for someone to put in their arsenal. Cuts really well on the overbuilt side. Good feel in the hand. Good with gloves. Good for working. Unlike a lot of benchmade Axis locks, this lock will not fail you. Super solid. And we will be giving away this Cold Steel 8015 like new inbox next Wednesday. I'm excited. It's only a week away. We'll be giving away this one as well. So, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'll go ahead and see myself out now. I will see y'all in the next live stream. Have a great night, everybody. Oh, wait, before I go, I'm so rude. I never expect to get donations. We got Oreo Dave with the 2 bones, says Duty and Top Dog hooked you up again. Damn. Top Dog with $9.42 says for shipping on that nice budget shiv. Shive? And Gonorrhea said no bell gimmicks, please. Yep, I read that one. I'll read it again. No bell gimmicks, please. Saying thanks is enough. Well, guys, thank you. I apologize that I'm not prepared to receive donations. Like, I do get them, But I'd never expect to actually see donations in the chat, which are definitely not necessary, but very, very appreciated. Thank you, everybody, for being supporters of the channel, for supporting me and doing what I love. You make sure that the channel keeps going, and that means a lot. I hope everyone has an excellent night, and I will see you on the flip side.